So Titanfall 2 has a new update coming out next week on July 25th. So let's kind of talk about what they're going to be adding to the game and what we get to look forward to in this new update. So I think the best way to actually start talking about everything that's coming out next week is I'm going to play the trailer. I'm going to pause it every time I actually want to talk about something that I see that's kind of interesting and what I actually get to look forward to in this next update. And then later on after the trailer, I want to talk about stuff that I really love that they're adding to the game, and then some of the stuff that we're actually missing this update that I hopefully on Monday of next week we get to find out, some of the patch notes and some of the changes that might be coming out for next week. So with this new update, we're actually getting back our Frontier Defense. So it was a fan favorite game mode in Titanfall 1, and it's so exciting to actually have it back in the game. From the new faction that we're getting, to the dropship that drops you in, to the drop pods that we see just floods of grunts coming out of, to me it just looks like a humongous, amazing time to have with either the Butter Brigade or people that are creating YouTube videos of just kind of teaming up and doing joint videos of having seeing how far you can actually get in the game, or doing Twitch streams and having a lot of fun to see how far you can get. And just seeing all this stuff, from the tone that's going to be smashed here in a second by a Legion, to later on actually seeing updated guns to this to the game just makes me very excited for what's going on in this game. So I thought this scene was very funny of seeing a Legion going against an army of Reapers, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is me, I'm gonna be completely surrounded. So one thing I think is gonna be really cool, and actually probably the first time I actually use it, is going to be the nuke eject, because if I'm completely surrounded like that, you're damn right I'm going to be nuke ejecting everyone around me. So I think one thing that this trailer does very well is it just kind of shows us the scale of what we're going to be dealing with all these Titans around the battlefield. We're going to have to be defending it against close encounters, far encounters, and it's just going to be everything in between, and it looks like a lot of fun, and it looks like a great challenge for all of us. Now I wanted to pause on Rise because this is one thing I did not know about. I did not know Rise was actually coming back as a remastered map. I don't remember it being too much of a fan favorite, but I remember actually having a lot of good matches on this, just because there's not a very a big camping area for people to kind of post up and try to pick people off from far away distances. So it's kind of nice to actually see a map back in here from the first game, just to see more stuff added to Titanfall 2. A lot, having maps and having variety of different areas is always good for Titanfall. So the next part I wanted to pause on was Township, a new live fire map that we're actually getting in Titanfall. And I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of live fire whatsoever, but I do love CTF Nitro when it's played on live fire maps. It just makes it more intense. You see people a lot quicker, and especially too when you're doing private matches and you can kind of bend the rules of playing PvP or something else on a live fire map. It makes it a whole lot of fun. And hopefully something like this and deck can be added to like a PvP map, just to see how much chaos can be brought to one area with so many players on it at one time. Also in the update, we're actually getting some elite skins to some of our favorite weapons. So an example is the R201. The R201 is getting this kind of graffiti-esque kind of camouflage. It looks really cool. It has like a little zombie face on here. It has some graffiti over here, and it looks really cool. It looks like a very urban style weapon that gives it a little bit more character, and it also adds some XP. So it gives us a chance when we buy these elite camouflages to give us a chance to get double XP in the game, and it also helps our teammates of getting a chance of getting some type of XP bonus. And I think that's a really cool way of kind of adding some more content to the game, but also too, if we buy it, it's an incentive for us to do better in the game, to get more XP in the game, and to show us, showing our support for Titanfall and Respawn, but also for them showing the support for us, buying their content and also helping us in game. So not only is it the R201, but I also love the EVA. The EVA looks amazing. It just has this kind of raptor, kind of alien monster type of look, and it looks really cool. I can't imagine what this actually looks like in first person shooting it, but it looks really cool as a visual here. And for all of my G2 mains, I know Iniquity, I know you're out there, man. You get a beautiful gold style G2. So I know you're going to be sniping people from far away with your AWOL and your G2. So here it goes, baby. You get to look fly with your new G2. Not only are they giving us a free game mode, 2 new maps, some weapon skins, they're also giving us elite versions of our favorite Titans. So here is a picture of Tone. All the Tone mains out there can celebrate Iniquity. Again, I know you're kind of celebrating with this baby right here. It's really cool. So in the game, you actually get these custom-made Titans where when you purchase them, they actually show the ranks of where you're making it in Frontier Defense. So the better you're doing, the better rank you'll have on your Titan. So right here, where the star is, that is a rank of where you're setting at in Frontier Defense. So I know this is something that I'm going to be purchasing in because I would love to rep this on my Titan so everybody can know, hey, I made it to hard or I made it to master. And it just makes a little cool visual of it. I mean, I love DLC like that where not only can you, use it in game, but also as a visual, hey, everybody knows, hey, that you made it this far. So awesome on your Respawn. I think it's a really good addition to Titanfall 2. And I look forward to stuff like this later on in the future in the game. So that's pretty much all the information we have from the trailer and from the Frontier News Network. But I know a lot of people have been doing some digging into Titanfall 2 and posting stuff on Reddit and in my Discord. So some of the information that's actually coming out from the Discord and from Reddit is, different abilities and upgrades that you can actually get in the Frontier Defense. So, Titans are going to be able to be upgradable depending on how much money you can make and what your level is in the Frontier Defense. And that's one thing I really look forward to, and seeing, how, awesome you can make your Titan and how, better suited your Titan can be to get into the harder levels of Frontier Defense and to make it last longer. I know Frontier Defense might sound boring to some people, but making that game last longer by either making objects purchasable in the game to make you last longer in the game, or making your Titan bigger and stronger to make you get to harder difficulties and last the 5 rounds that they have, brings a lot of excitement to me, and I know it's not going to be as dull if they didn't do stuff like that. So awesome that Respawn's adding stuff like that to where you can upgrade stuff and purchase stuff to help you out in the harder levels of Frontier Defense. Another thing that they've actually found out is Scorch is getting a buff. So Papa Scorch is finally getting the buff that he finally deserves. So it's going to be awesome on Tuesday to finally get that buff and to see what it's like to finally have a good Scorch guy on your team to do some major damage to the enemy team. The last thing I really hope to see in this new update is some weapon rebalancing. I know a lot of people have been having problems with the G2, me included, so that's one thing I would love to see changed in this new update. I really do hope to find out some more information later on. Hopefully on Monday, I know was when the patch notes are going to be released. But I would love to find out if weapons like that are going to be patched up and fixed, or just made at least a little bit more weaker so people are not spamming stuff like that. It's funny to get into a match and hear the G2 spam because you can just hear it from a mile away and you know exactly what it sounds like. So I really do hope that they do make some changes to that, and it'll be a very nice thing to have because I know it's going to bring a lot more people back in, me included, as somebody that's going to be playing it nonstop, just because pretty much that weapon is the one thing that actually kind of drew me away from Titanfall. So I really do hope to see that change made in the game, just to make it a lot more better, life quality experience for everybody. The one thing I would love to see back in there too is please give me my frag indicators. That's one thing I would love to see back in. It does suck to get killed when you don't know there's a frag grenade next to you. So I would definitely love to see those things and make a return back. I know it was kind of an accident on why they disappeared, but I would love to have my frag indicators back, and it would just it would make my world to know when I'm gonna get blown up and when I'm not. But guys, that's it. That's all the update from the trailer, the Frontier News Network, and from Reddit. All the information that has been put out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So everybody, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support you guys are giving me. I love doing these now face cam videos, so it's just one thing to just make our connections a little bit better. So thank you guys yet again for all the support. I really look forward to this DLC. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to team up with everybody in the Butter Brigade and my fellow YouTubers. I cannot wait to team up with you guys and bring out a lot of fresh content on Twitch and on YouTube. Guys, again, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a like. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to the channel. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys next time.